What's up? What's up, everybody? This is your boy Garrett Tiny Penis, and welcome to Console Gaming Radio. And I am here with.
Handy Factor, Factor the Gamer. How's everyone doing today?
I think everyone's doing fine and dandy. Now, I didn't put anything down for housekeeping, but I do have some housekeeping for myself. I've been a little busier than usual, because a lot of stuff has been up in my personal life. I've been getting a lot of stuff ready, switching jobs. That means I may have some days off that are different than usual, so hopefully I get the same days off that my other job provides me, or I get at least Thursday off so I can continue doing the podcast, or we could figure something out. But that's gonna be mid-September, and I forgot to talk to Andy about it, like in private about it, so he just found out
Oops.
about it just now.
Today I learned.
Yeah, today he learned, so we'll see what happens. But you know what, I'm thinking I'm thinking it'll be fine, it'll all work out. But me getting everything ready, bunch of paperwork ready and all that, is just took away from streaming time, gaming time, and all that stuff. I still need to get a health physical done for my new job. Health physical, TB test, tuberculosis, and I think they might stick a finger in my butt. They might put their hands on my balls, and of course a drug test, which is all you guys probably gonna think I failed, is all the shit that I talk online. But you know what? I'm gonna pass that shit, bro. I will pass that shit. I'll get this job. I'm gonna get significantly higher pay raise. So,
And that's all that matters.
yeah, and it's gonna be a bigger opportunities for me. I've been at the same place over almost 8 years. So, but now I'm going to be switching it up, new challenges and stuff like that. So that's gonna be fun. It will be fun. I'm probably gonna get overwhelmed like I did when I first started my previous job, but you know what? I'm just gonna see what happens. I'll probably work 1 day a week at my older job, so it's in the same building too. Like, it's in a big hospital.
Okay.
But where my previous job is it's like in a little place in a big hospital, so it will be fun. Like, if I ever have to work mornings at one place, nights at the other place, I could just switch uniforms and bam. Anything up with you and your channel?
Well, right now it is just Yakuza Like a Dragon going on continuously daily, usually off on Sundays. The original plan was throwing in another game mid-September, but somebody decided to screw my plans, known as EA. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do or start working on in mid-December. But so far, that's all I got right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna start off about the games that we're playing. Like I said earlier this week, I've been focusing on nailing this new job. I play the Call of Duty Vanguard Alpha Champion Hill, and I could tell you, if you really like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, you might like this game, because they took a lot of stuff from Modern Warfare and implemented it into this game. Like, they took doors, a lot of doors, faster time to kill, enemy visibility, turn it way down to 0 so you can't see anybody. They made the game extremely brown because it's World War II.
Yeah.
And what else did they did that they made it like Modern Warfare? Leaning. They brought back leaning. They took Dead Silence away as a perk. They took the mini map away. A lot of stuff that the hardcore audience complained about Modern Warfare 19. So now no one's gonna cover this game. But all the new casual players are still gonna play it. However, Champion Hill, the game that they implemented, it's a new style of 3v3 or 2v2, and they're announcing one solos so of Champion Hill. So what Champion Hill is, pretty much you get 8 teams of 2 or 8 teams of 3.
Okay.
And you're in a big giant map. But however, they separated this big giant map into 4 separate maps. In the middle there's a buy station. So you buy guns, you buy score streaks or kill streaks, you buy what is it, equipment and stuff like that, kind of like how they do it in like Counter-Strike, but Call of Duty style. So
Okay.
so you start out with $500. Every time you kill someone you get money, or you can find money or equipment or armor on the floor. So the more you get kills, the more you find money, the more you can rank up your weapons, more you can buy new weapons. And you also, I also forgot to tell you, you start out, so if you're playing duos, you start out with 12 lives. So if your team as a whole loses all 12 lives, you're out of the game. So it requires a lot of team communication, and it can also be played with Rambos. But I recommend, if you're playing with Rambos, I recommend 2v2 versus 3v3, because it's easier to carry the team if it's 2v2 if you're playing with randos. So like I said, you get 12 lives. So pretty much what happens, it's all round based. So let's just say I'm against Andy's team for first round. Each round lasts like 1 or 2 minutes, and you kill each other for about 1 or 2 minutes, and it tallies up how many lives that people lost, and it grades you on that. It's like, oh, you took all their lives. So next round, I fight a different team, and Andy fights a different team. Then if Andy kills 3 of my people and I kill 4 of my people, guess what? I only have 9 lives and he only has 8 lives. So we damage the herd until it's one team versus another team. And the cool thing is, the more the game goes on, the intensity that the game goes on. So pretty much like I got 1 victory, I got a couple second placers, and here, like, you get, like, by the time you get to those rounds, you'll have like 10 grand, like 12 grand. Then you can buy like the high stuff, like the high kill streak stuff. So it's cool. It's cool. Like the last round, like I bought a flame suit, or like a death machine. I was mowing people down with that. What I don't like about the game is pretty much all the stuff that they implemented in Modern Warfare. So the leaning, the slower movement, the low visibility, the fact that dead silence is not a perk. I don't like that. People don't show up on the mini map, and it's pretty much hard to see everybody. And if you get shot, the screen will turn dark red. Like, you know how when blood turns dark red and when it's about to dry out, it's pretty much turns like that. Like, and you can't see anybody. You can't see anybody or anything when it's like that. But
it sounds like it's like a firefight from Modern Warfare, straight from like the tournament setting. But it sounds like it's still an alpha, so
yeah,
there's a lot of
it's
work
an
that
alpha. They're
needs to be
changing a lot
done.
of stuff.
So I feel like it's a good start for them, but they have a lot of ground to make up still, especially when they only have like 2 months.
Yeah. So they are changing the visibility issues.
Good.
So it's gonna be easier to see enemies. They're gonna change the map visibility. Hopefully they make things more colorful. They had a lot of nameplate issues where your nameplates don't show up on teammates and or enemies. So like you'll
Mm-hmm.
see someone, you don't know if it's the enemy or your team, and you shoot at them, and it'll give your position away. So that's an issue. Or you can see nameplates through walls, but it's a lot easier to shoot people through walls. So like it's like having a one of those wall cheats on. Well, like I said, it's an alpha, so that's why I'm not making a big deal, and they are addressing
Mm-hmm.
a lot of this stuff. However, another thing that they're addressing is they're making the footsteps louder, and the footsteps where they at are pretty good as they are because dead silence is not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're gonna address a lot of the stuff before the beta comes out, and that's gonna be later this month. So we'll see.
Okay.
And other than the alpha, I've been playing a lot of Cold War. They brought back knife fights, so I've been playing a lot of knife fights only on 3v3 maps, and that game mode, it is fun. Like it requires a lot of strategy. Like you don't just go in and just start meleeing people and all that. It requires a lot of timing, and you got to read the enemy too. Like how are they going to approach it? Like there are some times in the game mode where you have standoffs, like where you spot an enemy and they see you, we just stand off and we're just like seeing what we're gonna be doing. So it's like if I'm fighting Andy, I see him, he sees me, he'll just stand there and I'll stand there until I'm like, okay, what the hell are you gonna do? You gonna rush me, or are you just gonna stand there and run away? However, he has two other teammates, so I am listening to footsteps, seeing what they're doing too, because I'm focusing on Andy. So you have to make quick decisions, and I usually make the stupid ones, and I rush and I hit the button too early to knife someone. But it's still fun. Like you don't earn a lot of points, but it's a fun party mode to play with your friends.
It does have a good time though.
Yeah, it does. So that's pretty much what I've been playing, and I also been watching a lot of My Hero Academia before bed. I know that's not gaming, but it's still anime. So
Yeah.
what about you?
Well, right now I haven't really played a whole lot besides Yakuza Like a Dragon. I haven't really played as much as I'd like to. However, what I have been doing, I've been doing a lot of music stuff, and I should have like a new music video probably in the next week or two. So I'm really excited to finally get that out of the way, 'cause I haven't done one since June, I think. So I know it's not video games, but hey, it's something different that's going on eventually on my channel.
There you go. So you do some covers then.
Yes. I've done 7 or 8 covers now. The first one being back in 2017 when I was just messing around making it a gift for somebody. And then just like in the last couple of years, I'm kind of like, I can do this still. And I just started doing it again just because why not?
I think I saw one of your covers. I think it was Bon Jovi.
You saw It's My Life from like last January. That may have been my least favorite cover I've ever done.
Yeah, it was the one where you had like 4 different cameras.
So the bad part is the one that I'm about to do, I think, has 7 or 8 gonna be in there this time. So that's gonna be fun. But that 4 part path was just rough. It was before I started to realize, hey, I can use multiple keyboard parts. Why am I not doing that?
There you go. Like I see cover videos where the same
Mm-hmm.
guy does like multiple instruments and he edits it together like it's multiple people playing this like multiple instruments.
Yeah.
And they do such a good job of doing that. But that requires a lot of video editing.
And I suck at that, so I don't try.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to take some time and learn how to video edit. That's what I do. Like I would like to take more time to learn how to video edit, but the stuff that I do doesn't require a lot of video editing.
Yeah.
So, and I don't even video edit this podcast like I said I would because it doesn't really need it like not right now. Maybe once it starts growing. So on Yakuza Like a Dragon, I know you're playing that. So around what chapter are you on?
I want to say I just finished 7.
Oh, okay.
It's either 7 or 6. I don't know the numbers.
Gotcha. And the videos are going up on your channel once a day, right?
Once a day, usually 6 times a week. I usually just kind of skip Sunday just because I'm lazy normally, but for the most part, they're every day.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into the news, this month is September. It's gonna be a high games release for the month. So, out of all the game releases this month, what are some of the games that that you want to play this month?
That's a great question because I haven't paid attention. I'll be completely honest with you. So I'm gonna have to figure that out more. To be honest with you, like I wish I was paying attention more,
Right, right.
but right now I haven't really been focused on anything besides what I've been doing. To be honest with you.
So this month, there's at least 3 games that I know of that I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of them is Life is Strange True Colors. That game comes out, I believe, next week on Friday. So that comes out on the 9th. I don't know what platform I want to play the game on, either PS5 or Stadia. We'll see. We'll see. If Sonic Colors is not full price, I'll probably check that out. Then, lastly, Lost Judgment.
There is one game that I completely forgot about till I'm actually looking at release dates finally. The Diablo 2 remaster.
Oh,
I
is
will
that game
always say
coming out next month?
it's coming this month. It comes out on the
Oh yeah, this month.
23rd. And I will always say Diablo 2 is probably the game I have the most hours in ever.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited and disappointed because there goes half my life again. But
Is that game going to be co-op?
oh yeah, it's 8-player co-op online.
8-player. What are you going to get it on?
That's a great question. I'm leaning probably towards my Xbox, but I may do PC just because it makes more sense for me. That's what I played on.
Is your
I've tried.
is your PC strong enough to play it and do recordings on it?
To do recordings, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like Diablo 2 is not a recording game. It's definitely a live stream game.
Because I'm thinking about something. If we could like stream it, but I don't know if our schedules are going to be really different. That's the problem.
What's cool is I have the generic 9 to 5 work life, so I'm not.
Yeah, with my new job, I'm going to have a 3 to 11 work life.
Ooh,
so like
that would.
See, me personally, I prefer the night shifts.
That would make yours like 6 to 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I mean, 3 to 11. 3 p.m. to 3 to 11. So, because they already told me my hours, what they're gonna be, and all that. They just haven't told me what days I'm gonna have off. But I was thinking about having like a streaming game that we both could play, like once a week or something. We could figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out as time goes, because I haven't done a stream yet, ever, in a while.
Yeah, there
I
you
can't
go.
remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to Diablo 2 Immortals. And I got a couple games that I'm looking forward to this month. I still haven't completed you know what? I'm a liar. I'm also want to check out Death Stranding Director's Cut. It's for me. It's just a $10 upgrade. I might just do that next month. Also, I know Death Stranding. You know, you make you make deliveries and all that, and you got BBs and BTs, and it's all weird bullshit. Like, it's just weird. But you know what? I like that game. It was my game of the year 2019. So I love that game. So might as well use the $10 upgrade. Not gonna
You go
rebuy a
for it.
physical copy, but I'm gonna use a $10 upgrade. So
Mm-hmm.
let's get on to the news. We have a Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer event next week on Tuesday the 7th. So if you're into the Vanguard multiplayer, go ahead and check that out. I don't have beta details, but if you're a Call of Duty player, you guys already know about that. I'll be checking out the multiplayer reveal. I'll be participating in the beta. Whatever time I got to do that, I will. Does that do anything for you?
I'll watch it to see what it's like, because if it's gonna be similar to Modern Warfare, I'll probably will play a good bit. Cold War kind of turned me off, unfortunately, but
Okay, so you're
I'll
more
be
of a
interested in
Modern
Vanguard.
Warfare player then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, my problem with Modern Warfare, people took advantage of the leaning, the doors, and all that.
That is true. That's why I kind of avoid certain game modes. Like, I absolutely love when they did the shipment kill house thing, or shoot house, because there was none of that.
Yeah. See,
The
shoot the
the
ship,
map,
shoot the ship.
yeah,
That's my favorite game mode, and that's what everyone's favorite game mode now is on Modern
or
Warfare.
shoot the rusted ship or whatever when they throw rust in there. Like,
Yeah.
but like I've tried playing the other modes. I haven't played it for a while, but like 2 months or so. But when I did play it last, I'm like, I do enjoy it still, but there's a lot of personal reasons why I had to stop. So
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see how. I'll probably watch Vanguard. I may get into it. If anything, I mean, the zombies are going to be in there as well from Treyarch, so I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. The time to kill is not as fast as Modern Warfare. So it's in between Modern Warfare and Cold War. It really depends on the weapon class.
Okay.
But the doors, the leaning, and the added blind fire, all of that stuff kind of took from Modern Warfare. So we're just gonna have to see on the 7th. Now Sony also announced there's gonna be a state of play next week. Probably it's gonna be on Thursday. I didn't check the date or anything because I don't really care. I am kind of tired of covering those things because it's like the games that they cover is like all like unimpressive, and there's like one decent game. So might as well save time and just read a blog post about it
Yeah.
later. 2 Super Monkey Ball, new DLC character announced. Hello Kitty. I know you're a big fan of Hello Kitty. Does that do anything for you?
No, I got a friend who has a Hello Kitty tattoo. Would be obsessed with it though.
Okay, so what Super Monkey Ball's doing? So you know about the new game coming out in October, right?
Yes.
They're remaking 1 and 2, then I think another version of 2. And they also have a bunch of mini games in there. They are putting a lot of guest characters. So they have Sonic and Tails and another character on there. I forgot what the other character is on there on disc. Then they're having Morgana and now Hello Kitty as a $5 DLC. Some people are upset about Morgana and Hello Kitty being a $5 DLC. What are your thoughts of having those 2 characters as a day 1 DLC for $5?
I hate day one DLCs, but it sounds like it's purely cosmetic. So it's more of a, hey, give me more money because this isn't really necessary.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of like it's kind of like having a skin for a character. Like,
yeah, like Persona 5 has a little bit of. I mean, I don't think it's directly Sega, right?
no, so Persona 5
Oh,
is
Sega
Atlas.
does own Atlas.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Sega. So okay,
That's a
Atlas
problem then.
does Persona 5, Sony, I mean not Sony, Sega bought Atlas, and Atlas does their own thing.
Okay.
So it's
They
kind of like
exist, but at the same time,
when
yeah.
it's kind of like when Activision bought Blizzard before Activision started controlling Blizzard. Now
Okay.
but now it's like now Activision like really owns Blizzard. Like they can't do anything without Activision telling them to do it or something, you know. Now, but Atlas can do their own thing.
I didn't also realize Hello Kitty is owned by Sega as well, so
Wait, they do?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That makes
It kind of
sense.
makes it makes yeah. I'm like, how the heck do they license Hello Kitty? I needed that. Dang it! I was reading that,
Okay, that
but
makes sense then, because if oh yeah, because they don't need to pay licensing fees.
I'll pay my license fees when you own everything.
So,
The Monster Rancher though kind of throws me off. I didn't see that before.
does Sega own the rights to the video games for Monster Rancher?
Let's see. Tecmo owns Monster Rancher. Successors the Tecmo games.
Oh, okay. So they probably had to pay a licensing fee.
That one looks like they're publicly traded by themselves still, so they had to get a license fee for that. But still, when's the last time you heard of Monster Rancher?
Right? I heard of Digimon before Monster Rancher.
Like I remember like the cartoon from like I saw like 4 times ever, like
Right?
late '90s, but
Dude, we're
that's
old.
don't remind me. I just turned 31 last week, so
Bro, I just turned 34 a couple months ago. Like 2 months ago. Okay, so we have the 4 guest characters there. What other guest characters would you like to see on Super Monkey Ball?
I'm sorry, who was the fourth one you're talking about? Because we got
Hello Kitty,
Morgana, Hello Kitty, and Monster Rancher. Who's the fourth one?
Sonic and Tails.
Oh, so you don't know. You also have Beat from Jet Set Radio.
Okay. Yes, that's who I forgot him.
And the one I'm really shocked you didn't mention,
What?
Kazuma Kiryu?
See, here's the thing, like I didn't really look too much into him because I'm like, why would they put him in there?
How I don't know how that would work because the other characters make absolute sense. I
But
have
now
no
I
idea
feel
what
like an
Suzu
idiot.
is from Monster Rancher, but still, who is this thing? Oh, you're the yellow eye thing. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so what other guest characters would you like to see in there?
If we're talking old school Sega,
I guess we must be talking old school Sega.
I feel like that would be makes the most sense. My brain just went absolutely blank what I was about to say. So it sucks. I was like, I had a character in mind, and it just disappeared. Oh, screw it, put Shenmue in it.
Yeah, the character from Shimu.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same
Shenmue
thing.
himself.
Yeah.
Has he made? I mean, even though he's kind of like Kazuma, it's just like still. I mean, it's an old school game to go with. What else can I think of? What about you? What do you think?
Knuckles.
Knuckles makes a lot of
or
sense.
Dr. Robotnik.
Both make a whole lot of sense. You know what? Throw in Big there, Big the cat, because everybody loves Big the cat.
Big Bear or Amy. Or any of the, you just put any of the Sonic characters in there.
Just put the entire Sonic Adventure cast in there.
Yeah.
Nobody will complain.
Yeah. Even Super Sonic, no one will complain.
Super Saiyan Sonic, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's just say we got. Oh, you know what will be. No, that's Capcom. That wouldn't make sense. I was thinking anything from Monster Hunter, but no, that's Capcom. So let's go outside of Sega. Who would you put in there?
I got a really dumb one. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Michael Jackson.
Why Michael Jackson?
Because Moonwalker was for Sega Genesis.
Well, they have that would probably be a $20 DLC for all the.
That would be like $100 DLC.
Yeah, that'll be all the stupid licensing fees for that one. But you know what would be even dumber to put in there? Master Chief.
Do console exclusives like kind of like what was it? Soul Calibur 3 went during the GameCube, PS2, Xbox era.
Yeah, but Sega's not smart enough to do that.
Who owns Soul Calibur? I thought that was Sega.
No, that's Bandai Namco, or back in the day just Namco.
Oh, okay. Well,
See, that was smart because that probably convinced people to buy multiple copies for multiple systems.
especially when your GameCube people picked Link up in a heartbeat, and your
Right.
PS2 picked up it wasn't Kratos, it was
Hitachi.
Hitachi, yeah. And Xbox, which is one I had Spawn, which I was a
Right.
huge fan of Spawn at the time. So I'm like, this works for me.
Right. See, back
That's
in the
it.
day.
Bring back Spawn.
Yeah. See, back in the day, we only had Xboxes, so we had to just choose Spawn. But Link probably made the most sense out of everything.
Yeah.
Because he has a sword and shield, And Hitachi uses his fists, and I forgot what Spawn used. I'm not a really big fan of Spawn, to be honest with you.
He used his axe at the time, if I remember right. Excuse me.
Okay, so non-Sega character, who would you choose?
The prince from Katamari Damacy. I think that's what he is.
No, okay.
I think that would make perfect sense as a character there, though.
Yeah. We know Nintendo wouldn't agree to any of this, so if we can't choose a Nintendo character,
it's gonna be on Switch.
yeah,
Make it exclusive.
mm-hmm.
Who owns Katamari Damacy now? I don't. Man,
it's probably Namco.
Why is everything Namco? It is Namco. What the heck? Maybe we just need Namco to cooperate with them.
Yeah, so if I were to choose a Nintendo character, it would probably be Donkey Kong. But it would probably be pretty much the same as any of the monkeys there. So I don't know.
Kirby in a monkey suit.
No, I want something embarrassing. Just
Something
like super wacky. I'm trying to think.
Honestly, Link would make a lot of sense, especially with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Link would be good, or
That's not embarrassing though.
Yeah, Link would be good because there's bunch of Zelda stuff coming out this year. It's Zelda 35, or I think, and I don't know, like I can't think of anything. Like I guess one of the Squid Kids would be nice. Would be fun to put in there.
Be a good pick.
But as of Microsoft, I would definitely choose Master Chief.
I mean, I'm trying to think what exclusives even left for Microsoft to choose from.
Right.
I mean, my first thought, like maybe the main character from Rise Son of Rome, just out of nowhere for no reason. Actually, right. Hades, Zagreus would make a lot of sense. So that'd be a good pick.
Oh, right. Number 3, because we can't think of any more characters. New PlayStation Plus games that are going to be out on September 7th. First one, Overcooked. All you can eat edition for the PlayStation 5. On the PlayStation 4 side of things, we have... I can't see. Oh, Hitman 2 and Predator Hunting Grounds for the PlayStation 4. I know you're not a big...
Hitman 2 is a killer pickup for that, though. I feel like that's amazing. If you want a great party game, like couch co-op game, Overcooked's amazing. Prepare to hate your friends like I always do. I'm gonna be honest with you, I know nothing about Predator Hunting Grounds.
Right. So I think it's like one of those asymmetrical games, like one person's the bad guy and you got 3 people as the survivors type of deal.
Oh, okay, kind of like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, stuff like, something like that. But I don't know too much about Predator Hunting Grounds. I know I heard the game was pretty bad at launch, so I never gave it a chance. Hitman 2 is always a good pick because you could get that game on PlayStation 4, then get the maps for the PlayStation, the Hitman 3 for the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4. So you get 2 things with one stone, I guess, if they let you do it. So if you own Hitman 3, you can get all the game content from Hitman 1 and 2. So you just have one game for everything. So that's what I did. But the only game that I'm really looking forward to on the PlayStation Plus side of things is Overcooked, because I don't have that one for the PlayStation 5. At least I don't think so, unless they had like a free upgrade to it. But
it was on Game Pass for a hot minute, so I'm not sure if it's still there or not. Or maybe it just left. I think it just left. I kind of think about.
Probably. Okay, number 4, Deadspace Remake. They had a developer live stream on the game like a day or 2 ago. It was like a developer like the discussion thing or what they're doing with the game, and they had a couple of content creators on there as well. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, what are your thoughts of the stream?
So you remember the part where I was saying that I had another plan for another game for mid-September?
Right.
That was my original plan. I actually have it installed, ready to go on Xbox, which was Dead Space 1. Because the originality of how I started with straight horror games anyway, like the first 7 games I did were straight horror games or spin-offs.
Right.
And I really was interested in doing Dead Space, and then they literally announced it probably right when I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do for sure, getting ready for October, because October to me is always a horror month type of thing. And I'm like, you foiled my plans. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, but I'm happy. So it's a big mixed bag of emotions.
But you probably knew that they were making a remake of Dead Space.
I didn't know when it was coming out, or if there was any. I didn't really hear any rumors or anything on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it's probably not coming out this year.
It won't be, but if I know it exists coming out, there's no point of me doing the original coming out. Like when Senua's Sacrifice came out, or Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice came out, I did the video like a month later, announced that I got an HD port, and I'm like, seriously? Don't do this to me. I wanted it before. But I'm really excited to see that one. So I'm really curious to see how
So what did you think of the graphic fidelity of what they showed off for it being an early development game?
it looks good for an early development game. And I can only imagine how much better it's going to get. No microtransactions, because screw you, EA. But you're doing something right. The 0G section's getting a little bit of an overhaul. I can't complain about that at all. Like,
I don't even remember the 0G stuff when I played it back in 2008.
I'm getting 1 and 2 maybe confused a little bit. But I know the 1 had the sections where you get to jump out, go different parts of the ship. And I think you had the boss fight that was on top of the ship too. That was part of the 0G section. So that was a hard fight now looking back at it. But that's what I remember. I haven't played Dead Space probably since 08, 09.
Right. So
but Dead Space to me was like the best horror game probably released at the time.
So they're switching from the original engine, I don't know what it was, to the Frostbite engine, the same engine as Battlefield.
That's a good idea.
So that's probably why you're getting the better lighting, the better stuff. But here's the issue with in your for you. Rumors saying that it's only coming out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles.
Well, my goal is I will get an Xbox Series X eventually. That's not
Yeah, you probably need to get
that.
your S back from your friend. Or
Yeah,
eventually.
but I still have. My goal is I may just try to get both one of each because the disc drive is the
Mhm.
biggest thing I want. Because I have so many Xbox 360 and Xbox One games that I still kind of want to come back to.
Yeah.
So I need to find an X. I also need more money, which, that goes hand in hand, right?
Right. Okay, so switching to the Frostbite 3, I mean, the Frostbite engine, I don't know exactly what Frostbite engine that they're using, but the graphics fidelity looks amazing. The lighting, the textures, all that. It can't get any worse from what they showed off. They can only improve it if it's early development, so I can't wait to see what the final product looks like. But it looks like a straight remake from Deadspace 1. That's what everybody wants. They don't want to just to have like a half-ass Deadspace remake from 1, 2, and 3. They want like just redone ground up, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what they're getting. That's what it looks like. So it's gonna probably be like a full priced $70 Dead Space 1. Okay, improvements on limb dismemberment and zero G stuff. So you saw that live stream. What did you think about the whole limb dismemberment stuff that you
Me,
saw?
that's like one of the best parts of Dead Space is the feeling like you are helpless, but you're not. Like seeing the fact is like even the necromorphs back then, your goal, how do you kill them? You shoot their limbs off. So seeing that you can just shoot their limbs off and it looks so much better just has me even more excited for it.
See, here's the thing. I played that game so long ago. I don't even know how it looked back then. So it's I don't know.
That's one of my weirdest things. Like I can remember a lot of details from certain games, and then there's some games I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
So that's one of the games I remember vividly because I remember like being at friends' houses playing horror games together, and that was one of them.
Yeah, so they're even talking about, if like a certain arm limb was just hanging off by the skin, you can use the weapon, the propel weapon to take off that limb and shoot it back at the enemy. So
Do I still have that? That's bothering me now. Because I had Dead Space 2's Collector's Edition that came with the plasma cutter replica. And I don't know if I still have it or not. It's kind of driving me nuts now.
yeah, well, hopefully you find it. And like what we talked about earlier, the zero G, the completely 360-degree movement in zero G, that's gonna be very helpful with exploration in zero G. And they also said that there are gonna be pathways that are gonna be open due to having zero G, like certain doorways you can get through and stuff like that. And it could probably help you with that boss fight that you had issues with back then.
Yeah. Or they're going to make it harder. Who knows?
Yep.
Which would be a bad thing.
And the main last thing that I noted was the main character Isaac is going to be voiced by Gunnar. The original voice actor is going to be voicing Isaac. What do you think?
I like that call. The problem is in my head, I don't remember if Isaac spoke in the first game.
He didn't.
Okay.
According to the stream, well, I remember that part. He didn't speak in the first game.
Okay. So I remember him talking in Dead Space 2.
Yeah, 2
but
and 3
as I'm
he
like,
talked.
So I'm really interested to see that.
Now,
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Now, according to the stream, he's only gonna speak to reply to someone else that's speaking.
Okay.
So he's not going to be talking to himself and stuff like that. So they're not going to go all out on his voice acting. So like I guess in the beginning of the game and scenes where he's talking to someone, he'll reply back, but when you're on your own, he won't be speaking.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was them. Maybe some like snide commentary from him, like killing something or being scared, but for the most part, just do replies,
Yeah.
especially to Nicole.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't ask me, I can't remember.
Well, I think. Dang it. Dang it, random memory.
Yeah, so is there any details that you want to bring up on Deadspace Remake?
I think we hit them all. Like, I know we won't see it for a long time, but because we haven't had a good. I can't really say that. I can't say good quality horror game because of the remakes for Resident Evil, but well, the problem is we need a good original horror game at this point. But
See,
I love.
the problem is a lot of indie developers are taking the horror scene.
Yeah, like, and I don't mind the indies taking over it, but I want a AAA game. Like, one that made me consider going for a PS5 was the new Five Nights game.
I
Because we
think
PS5 exclusive.
yeah, that's going for but are those games even that scary? Are they just
The
jump
original
scares?
ones are very good at jump scares. It's not the atmosphere at all. So I was really interested how they convert it to a AAA title. So that's what my thing was.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Now, do you consider Outlast being AAA?
Outlast 1, no. Because I did Outlast 1 years ago and it still had a lot of indie quirks to it. But Outlast 2, I would say, yeah.
Right. So what do you think of the new Outlast Trials?
Honestly, I didn't know it existed until just now.
Okay, yeah. There's another Outlast game.
Hmm. A prequel, okay. It's gonna be a smaller separate project to Outlast, but will be released before Outlast 3, so it's kind of like a 2.5. Very interesting. It was supposed to come out this year, but of course, pandemic ruins
Right.
everything.
Right. So there's gonna be a lot of games coming out.
Yeah, Red Barrels has 44 members to it, so it's not like they're alone. A lot of them came from Splinter Cell and Sands of Time. So, I, I, I would consider that a AAA title, especially with the history that they have.
Yeah. Like their
Alice 2
games,
is on Switch?
yeah, like their games, like the quality of the games have gotten better. Like the Outlast games, like one, you can tell, but two, like I didn't really like the like where it was set, but the game still looked good, still played good. So
Yeah, it was. I need to go back and replay 2 because 2 is one of those I don't remember as
it
much.
was like a cult thing. So
Okay, that
oh
does sound familiar. It's
yeah,
bothering me now.
so is there any closing thoughts before we close out the podcast?
We need more horror games, dang it. And I don't want to play Dead by Daylight. Give me some good horror games besides that.
Yeah, no Dead by Daylight. That's not even scary. It's just a
But
lot of
that's,
annoying screaming.
yeah. And toxicity. But that's a
Yeah.
whole different story.
All right, so we're closing out. Where can people find you?
Right now, Factor the Game, and I'll be announcing stuff on Twitter probably in the next week at also Factor the Game.
Okay, you can find me at 3 channels. My main channel, GMillion, I will probably upload a video once a week if I get a chance. Then my streaming channel, Gstreamz, I'll be streaming at least once or twice a week. And Console Gaming Radio, where the podcast is being uploaded. So you could find me in the 3 channels, or you can contact me on the Twitters. I will tweet back at you, or you could slide into my DMs and I will reply back. I usually read and respond to all the comments that you guys send my way. So, and we'll read all your comments at the some point in the episode. We did not get any comments last week, but the week before we actually did receive a comment from Ray Sherrod. He said, "Good work, keep up the good work." So I forgot to read it last week, and I apologize for that. I just need to make a mental note to read the actual comments before each episode. So, like I
That would
said,
help.
yeah. So, like I said, we respond to questions on the week's ahead episode. So, if you leave a question on this week's episode, we will read it next week. And I think next week we'll probably have, if the news is dry next week, we'll probably have a topic that we can discuss that I wanted to
Yeah, that
discuss
sounds
with
like a
Andy.
plan to me.
Yeah. So other than that, we are an outie. Bye.